All right, it's slab rolling time. Level 2s, you've waited for this moment for a long time. This is going to be how to use the Brent model SR20 slab roller. If you have a lot of stuff that you need rolled flat, this is your time to shine. I've got, it's about 5 pounds of well-wedged clay. This does not excuse you from wedging. I want to make that clear. You still need to wedge your clay 50 times, if not more. Really get it prepared. And I would say slab roller, there's some general guidelines. This is not for rolling out a little tiny piece of clay. This is kind of a big operation, so please do not try to use this for a little tiny flat piece. That you can just hammer flat with your hand, or use one of the rolling pins that are up on top of the wires up there, or the wire shelves. This is supposed to be for big operations where you need lots of slabs. The other thing I'll say is that our traditional method of pulling a slab on the table is a stronger and more reliable slab than what you're going to roll on here. This basically mushes the clay, and our slab pulling technique, where we throw the clay across the table, organizes the clay in a way that makes it more resistant to breaking in the kiln. The clay particles respond better to it. So I'm just going to throw it out there. The traditional way is better, but the slab roller is easier if you need a lot. So here we go. First step is to start this the same way that you would start a traditional slab, which is to pound it and flip it. I like to go around in a circle. And I like to make them a little bit oval, and I'll show you why. So instead of at this point coming in and throwing the slab on the table, we're going to take the slab over to the slab roller. At this end of the slab roller, you're going to find some canvas sheets. Be careful, because some of these canvas sheets have writing on them where it will say porcelain only. Don't use that for the stoneware, please. If you're not sure what that means, go take a different class. So and we try to keep these wrinkle free because the wrinkles will transfer into the clay. I'm going to lay this down on our slab roller nice and flat. And I'm going to go out of my way to really smooth all the wrinkles out of that. Start the wheel as far back as you can and give you more room to roll forward. There's nothing worse than starting it down here and then running out of space as you get towards my desk. To back it up, start all over again. Alright, our clay is going to go down at this end. Now remember, the clay is going to get smushed in this direction. So the width here is going to continue along that line. If we turned it the other way, sideways, we'd get a longer, thinner strip of clay. So pay attention to which way you actually set it on here. Give yourself a couple of inches at the back, because the clay is going to smush that way too. And then this big heavy top blanket is going to get pulled down in front. Make sure that this is the track that it rides on. You can see that's the darker part of this wheel. So make sure that that track is free of any blankets or any cloth, canvas that might be on it. Okay. Next step is to spin the wheel, and we're going to go slow. Slow, slow, slow. We don't want to go full ramming speed and break the wheel. So I've hit the clay, and I'm just going slow, slow, slow. Now the idea here is to not roll off the edge. The edge of my clay is right here. So I've got a ways to go. This is very hard with one hand, holding the camera. You can see the edge of the clay being pushed. Now it's right down to here. And I want to go right up to the edge, so it's right underneath that piece of clay. One more. Okay, please don't roll off it. What happens when you roll off is the whole blanket pulls back the other way. There's quite a bit of tension on this right now. It's pulled tight because it's been, pulled across our clay. As soon as you roll off, that canvas wants to stretch back the other way, and you can get a lot of wrinkles in your clay. So I'm going to take it back. You can see where I stopped there. Heading back the other direction until we're all the way off the clay. Fold back the blanket, and we can see we have a very awesome, huge slab. Okay, and it's going to be very well attached to this piece of canvas. One word of caution: you can take this whole thing back to your desk. It is going to have, it's very hard to see here, it's going to have a canvas pattern on it. So you're going to want to take your rib and smooth it, flip it over, smooth the other side. Please do not cut the clay on the canvas. A lot of people put their rulers on it and cut right through the clay as it's sitting on the canvas. That beats up our canvas, and we have to replace it a lot more often. So dump the clay off the canvas and bring them back over here and just gently lay them over the side here. We could be a little more organized. And like I said, any wrinkles in the canvas transfer into our clay as we put it on the slab roller. And that's it. One thing I should mention is this is adjustable. So if you wanted a thicker slab, you can see that one's about 1/4 inch. These come out. So if you take one of these out, slide it all the way out, that lowers the depth of the bed. So then you're going to get down to about 1/2 inch. I don't know, maybe these are 3/8 of an inch thick. But you're going to keep going down. There's like 2 more boards that can be pulled out underneath here to make thicker, heavier duty slabs. Okay, that's it. You may now use the slab roller. Yay! But the old-fashioned method is better. All right, good luck.